Greetings, fellow book lovers. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. And today's book, it's a dilly. It is Whistle by Linwood Barclay. This is published by William Morrow Books. It retails for $19.99 in the United States, $24.99 in Canada, and it is 464 pages long. Linwood Barclay is pretty well known for mystery thrillers. He's had a vast string of them, and all bestsellers, all really highly recommended. But this one is a little bit different. He goes into the genre of horror, Stephen King territory. In fact, he says at the back of the book he gave a draft of this book to Stephen King to look at. Stephen King loved it and encouraged him to go for it. Thankfully, he did, because this book is really reminiscent of sort of early Stephen King. It's pure horror, and I hope it's going to be a movie one day, because it'll be a great movie. The book begins in 2001 at Christmas time, when this family, the boy is hoping for a PlayStation, but he gets a box. It's a big Tide box, and inside is a train set. He's not too excited, but he still goes along with it, and he puts the train up. And his sister sort of teases him relentlessly, makes fun of him for the train. So he decides to put one of her dolls on the train track, and the train runs over the doll. Now upstairs, a glass breaks, and suddenly the little girl loses her finger. So that starts it all. Then the book comes to present day. And Annie Blunt is the main character. She's a writer of children's books. Her most famous book has Pierce the Penguin, but she's had a really rough life. She's with her son Charlie. And what happens is a young child who reads the book wants to be like Pierce the Penguin. Pierce the Penguin can fly. So the little boy puts on cardboard wings and tries to fly off his balcony. Well, he dies. And this sets the wheels in motion for Annie Blunt's spiral downward. Then her husband is killed by a hit-and-run driver. So life really has, hit rock bottom. So with her son Charlie, she decides to leave, and she goes to a small town in New York. Now, in the town, they rent a house, and in the shed is the same Tide box that was there in 2001 with a train set, coincidentally. And so it's like it was waiting for them. Now in town, there's a shop called Choo Choo's Trains, and it's run by Mr. Choo, and it's like a train hobby store. And we find out Mr. Choo is really not what he's supposed to be. People are dying, animals are disappearing, and as we find out in the pages of the book, Mr. Choo is responsible. He is cutting them up from inside, taking their bones, taking their hair and whatever, and putting them in the miniature train sets that he is creating downstairs. Now life starts to unravel. Suddenly Charlie starts to sleepwalk, and his mother finds him by the old deserted train tracks. And as she picks him up, she looks down, and she thinks she sees a huge locomotive barreling down upon them. Well, when she looks again, it's gone. Is it an optical illusion or more? But the book is really creepy from the first page. Chief Cook is investigating the disappearances, and somehow he suspects Mr. Choo and starts to follow him. But it doesn't end well. In fact, it doesn't end well for people in that town, because it is, I don't want to say what's happened, but let's just say a major catastrophe wipes out much of the town. So it gets creepier and creepier as Mr. Choo wants to possess Annie, and her son is a pawn. So it's just so complex, but it gets darker and murkier every single page. Like I say, this is one of the best horror books that I've read in quite some time, and hopefully Linwood Barclay is going to meander over into the horror genre because he is really, really good at it. So if you're looking for a horror book, unlike horror books that you've read for a long time, then whistle for a whistle because it will wet your whistle for a great book, and it is a classic in every sense of the word. If you do purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review, because I kind of think you will, and this one, like I said, will give you nightmares. So thank you for watching. I'll be back again very soon with another excellent book. Until then, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.